everyone, this is Peak Entertainment and we are back again, and here now we have another video for you, and we're going to talk about younger characters within mainstream media and how they're being portrayed with a certain amount of attitude, arrogance and also complacency. Now, with many prolific shows and movies, there has been a recent trend in pushing the newer, younger characters to the forefront of the story and the character dynamic. These characters seemingly achieve a high level of status or capability without it being truly earned. They're able to do in half the time what it took the previous established character to do in order to attain a certain skill level or power set. We also see these characters very much showing a disregard or disrespect to their parents, their carers or their mentors, not listening to their advice, claiming to know everything, or too happy to point out their parents' flaws, to blame their own faults and insecurities on their parents or their mentors, stating that the whole world is against them. Perhaps it's the studios trying to keep in touch with current trends and attitudes, trying to make these characters seem more relatable by trying to have them reflect the feelings and emotions and struggles that are supposedly felt by current audiences. But a lot of the time, these characters just come across as unlikable and unappealing and unsympathetic. So what recent examples are we talking about then? Well, we look at Cassie Lang from Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, berating her father Scott Lang for enjoying his celebrity adulation from being an Avenger, claiming that he hasn't done anything with his life recently, despite the fact that he was very much the key component in the fight back against Thanos in Avengers Endgame. We see Cassie has managed to master the use of the PIM tech, she can perform a lot of the same maneuvers as Scott, and she constantly lectures him on helping out the resistance within the quantum realm. We then look at Princess Leia from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. The younger version of the iconic Star Wars character was at many times going against Obi-Wan's instructions, who was again trying to protect her. We see her fully being able to outrun adult assassins, no problem within the forest. And again, she has that certain attitude and defiance that very much can make her unlikable, even though she is of a very much younger age. We look at Riri Williams from Wakanda Forever, the 19-year-old student who is already a master at designing multiple algorithms for advanced technology, in being able to detect the precious vibranium substance held by the Wakandians. She's also able to design the same level of tech, very similar to Stark Industries in terms of the Iron Man armor. And also she's the catalyst of the conflict between Wakanda and Talokan, as she's the scientist who they must apprehend, as if no other scientist is capable within the world of designing the vibranium detecting technology. We then look at Ellie from The Last of Us. The HBO series adaptation has her very much the key component to the narrative, currently being the only person immune to the virus. And as a personality, well, volatile and abrasive is probably an understatement. We see her constantly talking back at Joel for certainly the first 5 episodes of the series, and again, he's trying to very much look out for it. Along with her very colourful language, she's both annoying and unlikable. Now that may change as the series progresses, and again, they are following the source material, but for now, again, she's not very appealing as a character. We then look at the Woman King and the character named Nawi, who is brought into the warrior tribe of the Agoji, and she comes across with all of the self-knowing and attitude going against the constant rules of the tribe, especially the tribe leader Viola Davis's character. We also look at the Creed movies and the lead character Adonis, giving up what it seemed to be a perfect lifestyle in terms of having a great job, living in a great house with a great car, just because he wants to somehow prove himself without the shadow of his father Apollo Creed, a father that he never got to know in the first place. And throughout the first movie especially, we see him constantly complaining about how hard his struggles are, how everybody never gave him a chance. We see him even disrespecting Rocky, the one person who does give him a chance. And constantly throughout the film, this is a character who is always berating about how hard his life has been, when in reality, he actually had a very good life, and he was the person who decided to go into boxing. Very much a choice that, if you ask many of the actual boxers, is something of a last resort. And all of these are just some examples within recent mainstream entertainment of how we see these younger characters being very much complacent and with bad attitudes. Now, in no way am I stating that all characters should be the same, or that they shouldn't have a certain confidence or competency level. It is good to show characters building and developing themselves for the better, improving their skills and their qualities to achieve a certain high standard or performance. And if we think about it, many of the iconic franchises had characters going through the same transition. We would see the likes of Luke Skywalker, Rocky Balboa, Daniel LaRusso all go through that classic hero's journey. In the beginning, they too would be very much the underdog, the underestimated personality with high aspirations, wanting to better themselves and elevate to a higher position. But there seemed to be much more of a respect or an admiration for their parents or the mentors that were helping them go on that classic hero's journey. We would also see far more sustained development and character growth. It would sometimes take multiple movies or series before these characters reach their full potential, so seeing that payoff was far more rewarding and satisfying, as opposed to what we're seeing at the moment, where we see these characters already competent at everything before we've really had a chance to get to know them. So already having them in this perfect form presents a lack of connection and a lack of interest as a result. It's simply not enough to say that because this character is young and of a certain race or gender, that you should automatically have to support them. It doesn't work like that. The connection has to be driven to how well the character is written, plus the story. That transition and that ultimate journey has to have far more of an organic development throughout the story. And this is why today we're seeing so many iconic characters be rebooted or rejuvenated or de-aged in many ways for current content in this climate. Because these characters from the past had that lasting legacy, they had that development, they had that true journey and that personality that would really earn much of our respect and adoration. We would see them go through certain struggles, certain adversities, certain challenges, certain villains and opponents that were far more stronger than them, that would knock them down or defeat them to begin with, and then we would see these younger characters rise up to achieve their ultimate prime phase. And that's classic storytelling 101, but of course we cannot enjoy that experience if the character is already perfect and super capable and super competent, and also given that arrogant, bad attitude. Not only does this lack a certain investment, but it also makes these characters far less likeable. So those are my overall thoughts and feelings on the recent younger characters that we are seeing portrayed in mainstream media in terms of movies and shows. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you disagree with me? Do you think that the way that these characters are being shown is the right way? Do you think it's good that they're seemingly being ultra competent, ultra capable, and it's right for them to point out the flaws within their parents or their mentors? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you have any other suggestions regarding any other movies or television shows or any other topics within the entertainment industry that you'd like to see me cover, then also let me know within the comments, and I will see if I can provide further commentary for you on that subject matter within the future. Please also hit and like the subscription and notification buttons so I can provide you with more high quality content like this in the future. But that's it for now. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you very, very soon.